So I've decided to take a 490-mile road trip to see how my car does on charging. A little nervous, but we'll see. This is very interesting. Some of the charging places that I have to go, but nothing is out of the way thus far that I can see on my routes. So it's just time consuming, that's it. So hopefully one of these are like a real fast charger that'll get me up and on about my way. So fingers crossed. Okay, so I charged my car and it's been interesting. I had to sit because in the city that I'm at, they do not have a level 3 charger. However, they have level 2s and level 1s. So I stopped at a level 2. I charged for roughly 56 minutes maybe. So I'm back on the road. 293 maximum amount of miles I can go. Yeah, that was it. I had lunch because I hadn't ate, and here I am, seeing where we're gonna go. Finish out my route, which I have another 130 miles. So when I get to my destination, I'll roughly have about, give or take, 160 miles maybe to, spare. So not too bad, I guess. So on my road trip, I just stopped, charged up. I was able to drive down to South Georgia, and I charged up once, and that got me out of South Georgia and kind of middle Georgia a little bit, but not too bad, not too bad. I'm thinking about charging up on 75 in another place. So 3,000 miles, and I've only spent $27 to charge, and that's because they don't have Electrify America in that city. But overall, can't do that with a gas motor car, Okay, so I want to talk about my 475-mile run, because that run was the run that actually was pretty decent. I went from Atlanta to Columbus to Bainbridge, Georgia, Bainbridge to Albany, Albany to Cordele, Cordele to Perry, Perry to Atlanta. I'll explain this and why I went that way and whatever, okay? So Atlanta to Columbus. When I left Atlanta, I had like 89 miles of range to go. When I left, I got to Columbus and I had maybe 40 something percent. So whatever it wasn't enough to get me where it was enough to get me where I needed to go, but I would have exhausted everything. With that being said, I charged up the 100% in Columbus, Georgia. There were some, what were those? Charge points at a Burger King. I charged up 100%. That cost me roughly about $27. Which I have the receipts now, see. So we're now $27. I've driven this vehicle 3,200 and some miles, and I've only spent $27 on charging, which I think is amazing. When I got to Bainbridge, I charged up, but it was a regular house socket because there are no chargers there. There is one around the downtown square, but I wasn't going to leave my car there. So I charged up there. By the next day for me leaving, I had about 68% per se. So I went from about 54 to 68 between an overnight span, which was about probably from like 7 p.m. to, I think I unplugged at maybe 12 the next day. 12:30-ish the next day. So that got me there. I got to Albany, stopped, saw one of my friends. We talked, they had a new car, loving their new truck and everything. Went on about my merry way to Cordele. Because I knew that Albany did not have any really charging points either. And it's kind of crazy that Albany, as big as it is, it doesn't have. And I was really shocked about Columbus, Georgia as well. However, they do have like level 2, but they don't have level 3s, which I was kind of shocked. But needless to say, I went on to Cordele. Cordele has a level 3 at the Walmart, and I charged there. I went from, when I got to Cordele, I think I was at like 30% maybe, 30 or 29, something like that. Anyway, I got up to 82-ish, because remember, when you do Electrify America, it has to be 29 minutes, because Mercedes gives you 29 minutes a day at Electrify America. That is free. 30 minutes, you're going to get charged. So I charged there at my 29 minutes. That told me that when I got home, I would be at 25%, 24%. However, I was a little hungry. So I was like, I need to eat something. So like 25 miles down the road, I stopped at KFC, got me something to eat. And right down the road, there's a Buc-ee's where a Mercedes-Benz charging station is. So when I got to the Mercedes-Benz charging station, no, this is not the best, but I did charge up a little bit more because I was sitting there eating in the parking lot. So by the time I finished charging there, it got me to 90%. When I had the 90%, it told me by the time I got home that I would be at about 54%. And true enough, I was at 54%. However, I could have done this run off 2 charges. That's it. And they wouldn't have not been full charges. So it's not as bad. I'll be glad when the infrastructure in Columbus is a little better. I usually intend to go South Georgia, the Columbus route. Bainbridge is putting up a one in a Circle K. I saw the stations there, but there was a fence around it. So I'm assuming they're not completely done or whatever. But at least I know there's a level 2 or level 3 chargers that are coming. So that's exciting. But overall, the car is not bad. It's a smooth riding car. We are at, like I said, 3,200 miles right now. And I've only spent $29 and some cents. $29 and like 48 cents in electricity so far. So I don't charge up at home. I take advantage of my free charging. I do have a garage. So I am a person that says you can, if you have the infrastructure around in your city, electric vehicles you can survive with them. They're not that bad. So I like it. I will say it was different. I'm used to getting on the road, getting my gas, and just heading down and going back up or whatever the case may be. So that was a little different, and it kind of made me miss it a little bit. However, I do like my car. I enjoy it. So yeah, I enjoy it. It's been different to not get gas. One of our vehicles in the household, we still get gas for, and this one we don't. So it's been different, but it's been a positive experience thus far. So just wanted to share that tad bit with you.